Wakey, hello, everybody. Hello, I hope you are well. I can't believe it's the 1st of October. The 1st of October, can you believe that? Can you believe that? Right, the first thing I've got to do is change my car. And then we'll get into a few bits and pieces. And I'm also going to let people know that we will be starting this one at 10 past, 9 minutes from now. I was just taking a little bit of a look at the Hulky set up a room earlier on, or the race on Friday. This is the race where we've got league versus league. So we are going to be taking on, as in PSR, are going to be taking on Rita's crew at TCSRL on Friday. So we've got an hour's race, which was going to take up about the first hour and a half of proceedings, or thereabouts, whatever it takes. And then we'll be doing some other stuff afterwards. Not quite sure what we're doing afterwards yet. Not quite sure, but that's what we'll be doing. Zach is in the chat. Good evening, as is Matt. Good evening to you, and Speedy also. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh, Speedy says, I have to confess with you. Oh, I wonder what's coming. That's a bit worrying. I could well be coughing a little bit this evening. I apologise up front if I am, and I'm probably going to be apologising throughout the evening. I don't know what it is, whether it's all what's been going on recently and stuff, I don't know, but I've got this cough back again. It's been kicking around for a year, but it's come back good and proper. I'm on some meds. I've got to go for asthma tests sometime in the next 6 months. And yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. But I am likely to be coughing my heart out this evening, and for that I do apologise. And of course, if I'm coughing when I'm racing, it's going to get a bit interesting as I get a pain that shoots through my forehead, and that hurts a little bit. So if I'm a bit off tonight, you'll know why. You'll know why. And Speedy says, you'll see in DM on Discord, but also I have a car in my cams view. I just can't see me change it without. I'll have a look, Speedy. I'll have a look in a short while, because I'm actually somewhere else in Discord at the moment. Welsh boy, good evening to you. We got people jumping in the room already. 6 already. Me, Zach Vroom, Jack Kobe, Greg White, Mad Mikey, and Welsh boy. Welcome to all of you guys this evening. We've got quite a set of races this evening. We've got Grand Valley Highway in the GR2s that we're going to be starting with. Then we're heading off to Sardegna for the C reverse in the GR4s. Spa Francorchamps in the Super Formula. And I'm going to try and do the first 2 races. And then Spa I'm probably going to commentate because my head hurts tonight. Watkins Glen in the Mazda Roadster. And then finishing up with the Leguna Seca. 10 laps in the GR3 cars, which is sort of gearing up for the GT championship on next Wednesday. So week today, I think. We did the Moonshine Cup yesterday and just didn't do very well at all. I picked the wrong car. My racecraft wasn't up for it. Got a little bit intimidated with some of the guys that I was racing with. Nothing on them. They were great, brilliant. And Mitchell got me into braking too late into one of the corners. And when he went past, he says, Mitch, you broke a bit late. Yeah, I did. It was a great bit of intimidation. He was right with me, pushing hard. And like I said, just intimidation got the better of me. So my racecraft still needs some work doing on it. If I'm perfectly honest, I'm interested into what John has done that has copied me now. I'm going to have a look at that later on. Like I said, I've got my Discord set up for the stream at the moment. Hoping to do some commentary later on, but as you can see, when I'm talking, I am seriously out of breath at the moment. So, like I said, I do apologise. It's just, yeah, it's been coming and going over the last 12 months. And I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. But there we go. Right, so we're going to start this one at 10 past. I'm hopeless around here. So guess what? I'm going to go to track and just see what we can do. Yeah, it's Highway is one of those tracks that I love to hate. Not really had good reason to spend a lot of time on it. Ooh, sorry for yawning as well. I am completely done in right now. God, I sound like a right old winchback, don't I? Rory has a whiteboard and on it he says, "Be happy, be positive, be polite." Ah, sausages to that. You get me as you find me. I am how I am. Trying to brake a little bit earlier for that one because I'm constantly winding up in the wall for that corner in every single car that I race in. That's the only bit I'm any good at, purely because it's flat out. And I've got damage anyway at the moment, which I'm really hoping is going to clean up any moment now. 300 on the brakes all the way down to second, up at third, 10 to 4. How many laps is this? Oh, okay. Oh, 9 minutes. I better jump out of here. I'll just finish this lap. I'll jump out of here and then I'll do my usual run through the runners. So, just 6 of us tonight for this first one. Jack Kobe, Greg White, Mad Mikey, Welsh Boy, me and Zach Vroom. Those are you're going to be 6 initial runners for this evening. Welsh Boy says that Jack Kobe, the wall jumped out. You see that? Oh, I wonder where that was. Well, we had a pretty busy room last night. And we're back to the randomizer tonight. And a few fewer people, but that is just the way that it goes. We are going to be going at 10 past and we'll see how we go. Jack Kobe, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, my friend? I know you've got a really bad man flu, so really I should be asking now. He says I'm still feeling pretty terrible. For me, my cough is just getting worse and my breathing is getting worse, but I've had this for about a year and it tends to kick in when I get stressed, and I'm wondering whether it's stress related and asthma related. We shall see. Matt, do I need to send you a friend request to join? If we're not already friend requests, then you will need to, and my PSN has just gone up. I'll check it at the end of this race. If I forget, shout out, because my head is like a sausage right now, if I'm honest. You can't really say my head's like a sausage. Where on earth did that come from? Whoa. Oh, crikey. What's that? Sorry, Welsh boy. Indeed. None of the guys up front going to make a mistake. I don't think they are. Hello, MZ. Another hard day of classes. As long as you learn stuff, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay, when you learn stuff, it's a good day. Fortunately, these guys up front are running away from me at the moment. I'm still setting blue times, but 2.5, 3 seconds down the road. Back here being denotes. Risking it a bit through there. Mad Mikey out front at the moment. Zach Groom second, and Jack Kobe's come through from the back to take third already. Greg's in fourth. Welsh Boy fifth in front of me. When I say in front of me, he's off and away down the road. Why's Mad Mikey now behind me? It's confused me a little bit. I need a toe. Broken it now, 1.2 seconds. Dead and pulling away at the moment. Good old battle out front. Jack Kobe has now hit the front. I believe Zach's room in second. I'm going to be in the wall while I'm looking at the deltas and Welsh Boy and then going around with the old damage on the front and the lack of concentration. I should have just shut up and kept racing. You guys can see who's winning. Good evening, Hokey. How did you get on in your practice room a moment ago? Did you settle on a car? I know I haven't. That PL said, oh, that is tough without traction control. That bites without the old traction control, I can tell you that for now. Right, have we got the friend request in? I think that we might have. Matt, what's your PSN name? Because I've got a few friend requests in, but I don't know who they're from, so I'm not actually doing anything with those at them. Oh no, that is a problem. That is a big problem for me. Are you on Ninja Pixel? That is a bit of a... Bear with me just a second. Don't know whether... Don't think that that is going to free up enough. Okay, replay was saved. I can't actually share it, but never mind. The result there. Jack Kobe was your winner with a 1:35.986. Zach Vroom in second with a 1:37.526. Welsh Boy in third with a 1:37.557. And then Greg White in fourth. I got fifth. Mad Mikey in sixth. So Jack Kobe, Zach Vroom and Welsh Boy, you're 1, 2, 3 to open this evening. Just a very, very small number of people in that one. But now we start getting into more normal stuff. We're going to go to Sardegna road thingy C, whatever. And what car are we in for this one? Bear with me a second. Sardegna is GR4s. I haven't put the car categories in this evening for some strange reason. And we're on medium and soft tyres, and medium soft tyres are required for this one. Racing medium and racing soft required. I'm putting this in there so everybody knows. And I'm also going to put a note in here that the race will be starting at 1:30 this one. I'm going to go 1:30, see if we can get a few more people in for this. MZ says, question, is your TV the same as before? A 1080p 60 Hz? Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is. Jack Kobe says, before jumping in here, I had 2 really good races with some unreal drivers. 3 world's drivers in the mix around Daily C. Wow. I haven't even looked at the daily races this week, if I'm honest. Just so much going on that I haven't had a chance to even think about looking at the dailies, if I'm perfectly honest. The big question is, Jack Kobe, did you win? Did you win? I need to just do a little quick note. Let me just put you on spectate, just while I've got a little bit of admin to do. Third and fifth, but happy with that considering. I'll be over the moon with that. Racing against World Series races. Oh, that would be outstanding. Incredible. Oh, Welsh Boy's in the Welsh Boy's gone in the Viper look in what looks like a really nice livery. He hasn't got the Welsh Dragon on it though. That's confused me a little bit, but never mind. Robson looks like he's in the Citroen, by the looks of that. Ninja Pixel's in the G70. Greg White is in the Mazda. Zach Vroom is also in the Mazda. And I'm in the G70 just because. Probably not going to be the fastest car around here, but yeah. It's going to be one of those nights for me, I think, tonight. It's not. I'm trying to race with the big light on at the moment, but that could well go. I'm trying to leave it on because the light is better than when I turn it off. I should probably have raced with the light last night, although I didn't for the Moonshine Cup. Changed quite a bit. I didn't have the fan going, so I got really hot. Didn't have the light on. It gets really strange when you're used to racing in a certain environment with certain light and things like that. When you change them, it's amazing what a difference it makes. Not that I'm making excuses. I'd never do that. I'd never do that. Good evening, Jonesy. How are things at Jaguar Land Rover at the moment? Are we getting back to some sort of normality at the main factory? Or is it? Mind you, don't answer that because you guys are not allowed to talk about it, are you? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I shouldn't have asked that question. Sorry. My thoughts are with everybody involved with Jaguar Land Rover, not just Jaguar Land Rover, but the whole supply chain. It's really not good at the moment, from what I hear. MT's on a 4K 120 Hertz. I do want to get a 120 fast screen, but we moved house and been spending quite a lot of money on the house and garden and stuff like that, so it will happen at some point, just not quite sure when at the moment. Not a million miles off, but I could be coming to the community asking for recommendations. I do like the Sony Bravia TVs, a number of them, but they are becoming very, very, very expensive. So I play on the 4K 120 Hertz TV, says MZ. Love the visual fidelity. So what's it about the visual fidelity that you like so much? I've played on this screen for as long as I can remember. Years and years. Somebody was trying to tell me to go for an 8K TV quite a few months back before we moved, so early this year. Adds to the realism. But where I was on track there. Right, we're going to come up to start this one in a moment, so let's just jump out of the car and we'll just see where we are, what's going on. It really improves the immersive experience for you. So what size TV have you got? Is it a large, one of these large wide ones, the wraparound ones? John's got, John at Speedy B has got an awesome TV. It's wicked. Curved, super wide. Just looks incredible. Why have I got nobody ticked in? Why has nobody ticked in? Has something gone wrong? Something's gone wrong tonight because there's cars on track, but I've got no icons on the screen here. Only me. So I'm a bit confused. Hopefully everybody's okay. Let me just go spectate. Yeah, we've got plenty of people out on track. That all looks... I think we've just got a problem. I think we've just got a problem on screen. So Welsh Boy says they're clicked on his. That's cool. That's fine. It's just I think the game is not liking me at the moment. But there we go. Right. 1:30 I think we said we would go. Let me just double check. I would if I could find the right button. So we got Jack Kobe in the TT Cup, Greg White in the Mazda, Mad Mikey in the NSX, Welsh Boy in the Mazda. I'm in the G70, Robson's in the Citroen, Zach Vroom is in the G70, Ninja's in the G70, as is Jonesy. So there's a few people going the same route as me. What do they know that I don't know? Because I always pick the wrong car. For the Spa race, can we add some extra laps, says Jack Kobe. When we get there, remind me, how many extra laps do you want? How many extra laps do you want? And you better just check on the tyre and the fuel wear as well, Jack. If you want to go 0, let me know. I'm almost definitely going to jump out of that one and spectate that. Well, I hope that this is going to go all right, because I've got no livery on my car. I've got no graphics. Everything's all going a bit pear-shaped at the moment in my game, if I'm honest. Yeah, Drac, I think I've got some memory issues as well. When I tried to save the first replay, it said I didn't have enough memory, so I think that I've probably got to do a big clear out after this one. Well, there'll be a few replays I won't be able to take tonight. I know you're there, Mr. Kobe. I'm trying to give him enough room, but not too much room. Hello Tom, how you doing? Oh no, I'm off on the gravel. Let's cut that curb. Wall there. Can I please remind everybody that hasn't already, please check out the new rulebook, and also make sure that you do register in the new registered channel in Discord if you want to race from Monday. And I've gone too deep now while I'm talking and not concentrating. The rulebook is very long because there's a lot of detail in it, but if you look at the appendices, if you are not into reading all the detail, I have included a one page which gives you the flavour of what our lobbies are like, basically our morals, and there's also a 3 page which just gives you the headings for the rules rather than the reasons of why they're there and what they're there for and all that sort of stuff. Spent a lot of time on the detail though to really explain why those rules are there rather than just putting rules in for the sake of it. And can I just say thank you to everybody that has commented to me privately on how they like having them. I've had a few people that contacted me and said that they really wish that other hosts would do the same sort of thing. They lay down some rules so that everybody knows what's expected of them. And you know, it's nice to know that some of you out there think that we are doing the right thing. For me, it's all about just trying to keep respectability and get to the point where we can all race bumper to bumper, door to door, without fear or favour. Oh, he's catching me all the time, that curb. Here comes Kobe. Oh, Tom's right ankle still giving him some grief. Everybody seems to be in the wars at the moment. Jack Kobe's got a stinking cold. Charles, oh, yeah, somebody's just getting over one. I've got pains in my hands and coughing and headaches. Just like, what's up with a lot of us? What is up with us all? I'd say we're all getting a bit old. There's some youngsters in here. I'm one of the old boys. I'm one of the old uns. Somebody gave me a big compliment the other day. Thought I was in my 40s. Mixing it on track with 20 and 30-year-olds. I'm glad that those guys jumped in there because I forgot all about pitting. I was going to go right way to the end without pitting. Good job I wasn't out front. That would have been a bit iffy. Oh, sorry. Ow! Oh, I can turn my fan on in a minute. Let's plug it in, turn it on. It's getting awfully warm in here. Old tyres. Too deep. Let Jack still. Oh, did Jack have a penalty? He seemed to back off very, very quickly there. I think that might have been a penalty, you know. Here he comes. I can only move once. I can only do one move. Who's that spinning on the line? Who is that? Who's spinning on the line? I saw somebody doing a spin on the line there. Oh. And I can't save the replays to have a look. Oh. I think I'm out of memory. They won't even give me the option to save it. Greg White was your winner at 57.2. Mad Mikey in second with a 57.5. Welsh Boy in third with a 57.3. And then Zach Room in fourth. Ninja Pixel in fifth. Robson sixth. Jack Kobe seventh. I got eighth. Jonesy ninth. And your fastest lap was Jack Kobe in the TT, a 56.9. But well done to Greg White, Mad Mikey and Welsh Boy. Greg White will be a thank you for doing that. And we'll go for load settings, and we're going to be heading off to, right, so I'm heading off to Spa, but somebody said, can we do a few, how many laps do you want to do? How many laps do we want to do? Liusu, good evening. Not seen you in a while. How are you doing? Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Thank you so much. And Nico's in as well. Good evening. 8 laps. And tyres, Jack Kobe, tyre and fuel. Do you want it zeros? Or do you want to leave it as 2 and 2? 0 tyre wear. Okay. I thought that might be the case. We might be back to normal in a minute. And also, I believe that I need to change this to unrestricted on the nitrous. Welsh boy, Jack don't want 0. I know. I like a bit of tyre wear. It gives it some realism. Nico, are there any good street circuits available? You've got the Tokyo Expressway, which is some good street circuits there. There's a nice little group of them there. As Tokyo said, as Jonesy says there, only really Tokyo. I was just actually thinking whether there was any more street circuits anywhere. Now the difficult thing here is I can't see who I might actually have to jump out of here because I'm struggling to see who's in, who's ticked in and stuff. So I'm going to restart the room for this one. Right, so I'm going to upset everybody for the moment, but yeah, it's a bit difficult. Yeah, I want to try and do the replays as well, Mikey. I only need to delete a few. Come on, out you come. Come on. Just bear with me a second, guys. Holy banana cakes. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then, okay. Jack Kobe, I don't know if he's asking me about the new tracks. I am going to be doing a video on that very, very soon. Very soon. Whether I can get that done tomorrow or not, I don't know. But what do I think about the tracks? I'm sorry. I've got a big problem with the Spec 3 update, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm not going to say too much on the stream at the moment because I'm going to save it for the video. But no, they're celebrating the massive number of users they've got. But where are the tracks? Where's Silverstone? Where's Snetterton? Where's Zandvoort? Where's so many tracks? And also, has this crashed? And also, I think it has. We're not having much fun tonight, are we? I can't even switch. I can. Jack Kobe says GT7 needs more tracks. End of increased number of players in lobbies. Exactly. Everyone seems to be raving about Spec 3. This shouldn't have been in the game from the start, or should have been in the game from the start, and much more. I have a problem with the tracks. I have a problem with the cars. I have a problem with the telemetry. I just have a big problem with Spec 3, full stop. And I'm not in line with all of the other YouTubers that are talking about Spec 3. And I believe that Gran Turismo is moving into a different niche that I will talk about on the video, but I'm not going to get drawn into that now. Hokey says, oh, I'm looking for his PMR. Me as well. I've gone public on the fact that PMR is the way we're going to go, and I'll cover more of that in the video. So long as PMR is going to support hosting properly, I have written to the authors of PMR to say, you know, can I get involved in an early release on console, just to make sure that they are, you know, delivering some of the bits and pieces that I in particular need to be able to manage my my lobbies. Let me just save these settings while I'm here. But alas, they didn't get back to me. They've not got back to me. So I can't talk about whether it is fully going to support me. The racing, the cars, everything about it looks to be great from my point of view. But, you know, as always, when you are in the dark, I have reservations. Do you have reservations? And of course, everybody's talking about PMR from a driving and a racing point of view, whereas I'm interested in it from hosting lobbies, being able to kick people, being able to manage people, being able to just control everything within the room. It's like if I want to kick somebody out midway through a race, I can't go into pause as a host, kick somebody, and then resume the race. I've actually got to come right out the race, which is my race over. That annoys me. There's just so many things. Robson, what about Rensport? Yeah, Rensport, it's there. I'm putting my money on PMR for personal reasons. But, you know, Rensport is right there as well. I mean, with Rensport and PMR, I think that PD have got a massive problem. And then if LMU is released as well on the console early in 2026, then I think that really does. Well, I think it's going to pigeonhole Gran Turismo. It will not be the end of Gran Turismo. A lot of people are saying, is it the end? Is it the end? Is it the end? And we need Gran Turismo 8. I don't think it's the end, but I see Gran Turismo finding a different marketplace, and a bit of a worrying one, if I am honest. But there, I will talk about that a little bit later. Matt Mike is saying Rensport looks similar to PMR, but not as much stuff included. Seems just barebone GT3 and the odd hypercar. Yeah, I do think that PMR have looked at the marketplace. I think that they have listened to people, and from my point of view, I think that they are poised to take over the #1 slot. I mean, whether that will happen quickly or not, I don't know. Some of it will depend on downloadable content. Some of it will depend on what the ongoing cost is, because obviously Gran Turismo, I mean, I paid £50 for Gran Turismo, what, 3 years ago, and not paid a penny since, other than obviously the you know, the network access. But I would willingly pay a few quid each month if I could get reporting of penalties, or reporting of bad driving, or being able to get up-to-date GT cars and get the tracks I want, which basically I'd love to see the British touring car tracks in here. I really would. I'd love to see Silverstone in. I'd love to see Brands Hatch obviously is in. I know Silverstone isn't a BTCC necessarily, but it still needs to be in there. The international circuit of Silverstone is brilliant to drive. I think I'm a little bit over, aren't I? Did I say 10-2? We were going to go 55. Okay, so I've got another 5 minutes just while we are talking. I'd love to see Alton Park, Donington, Snetterton. There's a whole load of fantastic tracks that we've got in the UK that are all British touring car based tracks, and of course, you know, Gran Turismo is largely around touring cars. And then don't get me started on the German touring car, the DTM. You got that as well, and then of course you got the Utes in Australia. You know, we could have some of their tracks too. But there we go. Mikey says we got those tracks in ACC. Exactly. So there we go. Tom says most of the games seem focused on GL3 cars. I'm hoping PMR has good road car physics. I'm hoping so. I know that they're talking about having different DR for different classes, which I think is great news. In some respects, it'd be nice if we got different physics for different car categories. But talking about physics, I am hoping to goodness that Gran Turismo or PD don't change the physics again in the Spec 3. That's another thing that people are not talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I really wouldn't. Hulky's going to Brands for the BTCC final on Sunday. Oh, you're going to enjoy that, mate. Will be good. That will be good. Right, where are we? Are you guys ready? If everybody gives me an R and they're ready, I might just start this one early. I don't know about you, but I think I've left them practicing enough. Mikey says more car classes in PMR: GT3, Hypercar, GT1, GT500, Group 5, etc. Yes, the GT500 will be interesting. And you know, and if your DR is specific, then that's great, because you can get all-rounder drivers, or you can get people that are going to specialise on a particular class. I'm not going to lie, assuming it's in there, I'm going to be jumping into that BMW M4 GT car, and I am going to be getting myself so up to speed in that car that will be my class. I think that will be my class. Can I just say thank you to All Game for subscribing just a few minutes ago. Thank you so much for that. Jack says, interesting to hear my points. When I write the video, I'm going to talk about a lot more. I will be talking about a lot more, if I'm honest. Please. Monday. Need to get that message out. Good evening, Pony Boy. If I had a PC, I think I'd be on iRacing. I would too, actually. Done pretty much every track in the world, pretty much. But iRacing is very expensive. I believe that iRacing is it's quite a lot to get into it and do that. Right, it is 5-5. We're going. Is Pony Boy jumping in? Pony Boy, you're going to be missing out if you're not careful. At the moment, I've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Matt, Mikey, Welsh Boy, Richard Source, Robson, Zach Vroom, Ninja Pixel, Jonesy, number one. Pony Boy is not in there at the moment. It is 21:55. He's just jumped in, I think. So let's get this one underway. I am not racing this one. I've got a stinking headache. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to commentate this one, and yeah, we'll see how we go for the next one. iRacing is a stupid model. Have to pay for everything, and they ain't cheap. Exactly, Mikey says it is the case. It is the case. I have to say, it's a good game. It isn't cheap, but hey ho, that's what you like. That's what you like. So we're just on board with Zach Vroom at the moment. We are at Spa-Francorchamps in the afternoon or late morning sunshine. We are 5 lights and we are go. Jack Kobe pulls over to one side. We've got somebody else just pulling over to one side at the back, but it is Zach Vroom that is going into the first corner, well ahead of the rest, which is Mad Mikey, Jonesy, Robson. We've got a few places that are switching at the moment as we head down the hill to sweep through Eau Rouge. These guys should be going through here flat, and then we're going to be heading down the Camel Straight. Don't ask me to name all the other corners because I keep getting them wrong, and I apologise for my voice. As you can tell, when I speak a lot, I run out of breath. Don't know why it is. The doctor doesn't know either. I'm off to asthma checks in about 6 months, apparently. So hopefully this will set itself down. So yeah, I apologise for that, but let's get back into this one. I think there's a little bit of a move going on back here as we've got number one Jonesy and Richard Source. Richard just getting into the back of Jonesy there. That's enabled Greg White to close up. We've got 4 cars really close together. Number one pops having a little look up the inside of Jonesy. Yeah, Jonesy goes wide. I think they just touch as they joined, but Jonesy's just tucked back in behind number one. And with that, number one is in third now. Richard Source in fourth. Jonesy's just slipped a bit, being cautious. He's going to need to regroup. At the moment, it is Zach Vroom out front by some 1.8 seconds. Mad Mikey in second. With number one pops in third. Richard Source in fourth. Jonesy fifth. Greg White sixth. Jack Kobe currently in seventh, making his way through. Pony Boy, our late arrival, in 8th, Welsh Boy in 9th, Robson 10th, and Pixel in 11th at the moment. But the battle royal here is between number one, who is just stretched his legs just a little bit, but Richard Source, Jonesy and Greg White, it would seem. We got one car jumping into the pits. I didn't actually mention about any tyres. There is no mandatory pit stop on this one, I believe. Hopefully everybody checked the race setup. Greg White with a really loose back end just as he was going through that first corner. But they're all getting through Eau Rouge nicely at the moment. Richard Source in that beautiful JPS, the Lotus livery. Very nicely done on that car. Zach Vroom now 2.5 seconds out front from Mad Mikey, who's 1.3 ahead of number one, and number one has just gapped the guys behind to pull basically about a 2-second gap, although he's chasing down Mad Mikey at the moment. Seems to be a 3-car race out front, and then just behind we've got Richard Source, Jack Kobe in the mix here now, and Greg White. So Jack is making his way through the traffic at the moment. Has he left it too late, or will he be able to catch those guys up front? I don't know. Mad Mikey struggling to drive these cars, so I think he may well be dropping out of this one. But we got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Richard Source. These three now racing for the podium. Oh, we've got, is that Greg White with a half-second penalty at the moment. So he's a little wheel on the grass there. Then Robson just behind and Welsh Boy. But Greg White with a half-second penalty. That's going to take the pressure off of Jack Kobe ever so slightly. But the pressure is on Richard Source big time. You can see Richard just going a little bit deeper into that corner than Jack Kobe. Greg White going mega wide on the exit of the corner, looking like he's got that tyre. He's on marbles the way that he was going through there. But Zach Vroome's got this one well under control. 5 seconds out front at the moment. Number 1 Pops is 1.5 ahead of Richard Sauce, and Jack Kobe is right on his back bumper at the moment. Lap 3 of 8, so there is time. Can Jack Kobe, our alien, catch Zach Vroome and push for the win here, or is it going to be too late? Jack Kobe trying to go around the outside of Richard. Richard absolutely shut the door on him, but then Richard gets a bit of a squirm on that corner. He was actually switching the side of the track there, so I apologise for that. But Jack Kobe now just 0.2. He's basically sizing up Richard for a pass any moment now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the fast left-hander here. Is he going to make a move through here? I thought he was lining himself up. Not quite. We go on board with Jack Kobe here. This is the driver's eye view. What can he do as we get around this tight right-hander and then into the penalty zone? No penalties at the moment for these guys. Richard just pulling away a little bit as Jack Kobe just let Richard off the hook just for the moment. He's half a second ahead now, Richard. Richard chasing number 1 is 1.5 seconds behind. It looks closer on track, but these guys are really going for it as we come down to the final chicane. You're going to see that Richard goes deep. Jack Kobe using all of the curb. He's staying over to the right side. Oh, Richard jumps across the curb, and unfortunately Jack Kobe got into the back of him there. Absolutely nowhere for Jack Kobe to go, and Richard does give the place back very, very respectfully and courteously there, so thank you, Richard, for that. That does now free up Kobe to go after number 1 Pops, who is 3 seconds down the road. Should be looking at other people. I'm just going to sit on board with Jack at the moment and just see how he can go. Hitting that overtake button as we go down the Camel Straight. Going to bury the brake pedal at the beginning of the curb, or slightly after, or not at all. No, he did a little bit of brake there, not a lot. He's really using the downforce on this car and really trusting it. So 4th gear through there. Is he going to break through here? The brake, off the brake straight away. Just feathering the throttle through there. Just little dabs of brake and off, using the airflow, the aerodynamics of this car. Should be flat through here. It is. 5th gear. Does he get up to 6? No. Oh, he does, just on the exit. Yeah, just the brakes to slow and balance the car slightly, and then straight back on the accelerator. None through that corner, just using the gears to slow the car. He's 0.2 up on this lap on his best. He's been doing 153s, 156s, but Zach out front has done a 153.015 and the fastest lap. Jack Kobe a 153.476, his fastest lap, so almost half a second slower at this stage. And we're just going to come around to start lap number 5. It is Zach Vroome out front at the moment, again with that fastest lap and racing really well in that DHL. It's almost like he's late on a delivery, this guy. He's absolutely flying. 7 seconds out front. Number 1 Pops now 3 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe. So number 1 going very well as well. He looks super smooth through Eau Rouge. Really nice through there. No worries whatsoever in that United Colours of Benetton car. What used to be the United Colours of Benetton back in the day. Looks like it's just the Benetton racing team on the side of that car. But Jack Kobe is in the Mercedes Petronas. He's pushing hard, but can he close up with what basically 3.5 laps to run? A little bit further back we've got Greg White. He's in a race with Richard Sauce now. A big slide for Richard Sauce on the exit there, possibly dirty air, maybe just jumping on the accelerator a little bit quick. We'll look at the overtakes and tyres in a minute, but I'm not giving too much away at the moment. Welsh Boy in 6th. Robson is in 7th right now. Ninja Pixel in 8th. Jonesy 9th. Pony Boy in 10th. And I think we have lost Mikey at the moment. Nico says, after Jos Verstappen's fire in 1994, there became the igniting colours of Benetton. Oh, that's very droll. Very, very droll. Zach Vroom, 8.5 seconds out front. Number 1 Pops now, just 0.6 behind Jack Kobe. Jack Kobe now lining up number 1. I have a very strong feeling that Jack is letting Zach Vroom go away from him. There's no tyre wear in this one, against my better judgment. I really wish I'd left some tyre wear on now, just to spice this one up a little bit. Zach Vroom with over half his overtake. Jack Kobe has gone through his overtake like double the amount right now. Is he going to need to use his overtake to get past number 1 Pops? Is number 1 Pops going to use overtake to defend? Jack Kobe does use the overtake. Number 1 does not use the overtake to defend at the moment. I think he's probably just going to let that one go and follow Jack Kobe. Jack has now really got to get the bit between his teeth if he's going to do anything in this one. We're on lap 6 of 8, so lap 7 and 8, so 2.5 laps to go, and Zach Vroom is now 7.8 down the road, and as I'm saying that, it's now 7. Oh, it's just gone back out a little bit. So Jack is chasing, he is catching, but boy, he's going to have to move. He's really going to have to move. Pony Boy, unfortunately, some 50 odd seconds behind at the moment. Ninja Pixel, some 8 seconds ahead, and then Jonesy's 0.3 ahead of Pixel. As you can see there, they are right together. Both of them following each other onto the Astro and then on the grass as we join them there. Ninja Pixel taking a trip across the Astro as well. These two looking like they're really going for it. Jonesy in Nigel Mansell's red 5 Williams. Another really nice livery on that car that's really nicely turned out. So Jonesy just got the better of Ninja Pixel at this precise moment in time. 1.1 now, but he's 12 seconds behind Robson's, who's 18 seconds behind Welsh Boy. Then we've got Greg White 2.5 ahead, in a battle still with Richard Sauce. These two going all the way through this one together, it would seem. But up front, Jack Kobe still 7 seconds as we go down the Camel Straight. 7 seconds away from Zach Vroom. I think the Zach has got this well and truly in the bag here. Nico just saying both fans of mowing the lawn. Those two races, there was certainly quite a bit of grass being thrown up there. Sorry for coughing. But Zach Vroom now 6.8. The gap is down to. Is Zach managing the gap? Is Jack Kobe closing the gap? You can see the red lights above Jack Kobe's head now. Those of you that have been around Gran Turismo long enough will know what that means. You will see the green light above Zach Vroom. You will know what that means. Number 1 Pops. What light is green? Richard Sauce is red. Greg White. What's Greg sitting? He's green. So we've got some more. Oh no, he's just gone red. Greg's just gone red. So Richard's red. Greg's red. Number 1 is also. He's green at the moment, so he's got some overtake to use. Jack Kobe does not, and Zach Vroom does. So I think Zach, as he goes into the final race, some 5.6 seconds. Even if Jack Kobe gets close, Zach has got a lovely amount of overtake in his pocket. He's only half used the overtake, just a little bit of a dash there as we go through the first corner up through Eau Rouge. Zach going really well right now. Some 6.2 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe. I think my prediction's right. Jack Kobe's left this one way too late. Number 1 Pops just 3 seconds back, and then 5, maybe 6 seconds ahead of Richard Source, who has got Greg White chasing him just 1 second behind. No, oh, actually, that's interesting. So Greg White is showing red above his head, but he has actually got some overtake left. The game, it lies. Polyphony Digital. Ooh, it lies. It lies. What about Welsh Boy then? Let's have a little bit. Welsh Boy's red, but with some overtake left. Interesting. So does the overtake go red when you get low? Interesting. Very interesting. Where are we up front? Zach Vroom, 6 seconds now, 6.1, and pulling away from Jack Kobe. Using the overtake now, Jack does not have that, Jack Kobe that is, does not have the benefit of overtake, and Zach using all of that to good effect as he comes down to close out this race. It's going to come down into the last chicane. He's got the right-hander, he's got the left-hander, and then it's just a short drag to the line for Zach Vroom to take the win. Some 6.7 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe, who's going to come across the line 4 seconds ahead of number 1, who's run a brilliant race in that Benetton car. Greg White did get the best of Richard Source in the end. Richard still sliding around all over the place in that German Player Special car. Welsh Boy is going to come across the line in 6th place. And then we've got Jonesy. Never tire of looking at this wonderful Williams livery. The red number 5 of Nigel Mansell. I think even when he went world champion, he still kept red 5 on his car. Most champions go for the number 1. I believe I'm right in saying he went for a red 5. Somebody will correct me if that isn't the case. But he comes across in 7th place, some 54 seconds behind the leader. Robson in 8th. And then we get Pony Boy is going to come across 1 minute behind Zach Vroom, just showing how quick Zach was in this particular race. Ninja Pixel just coming across, coming up to the chicane even. We'll just watch him coming through here in the golf car, and he's going to be taking 10th place, with unfortunately Mikey having to drop out of that one. Jack Kobe just giving Zach a compliment. You're good in that car, ain't ya? He says. Number 1 Pops, good evening to you. And yeah, looks like that one was pretty good. Let's just jump into that one. We'll save and share the replay now that we've got some room on the PlayStation. I will clear at the end of this stream a lot of my replays. I don't need that many. Only really need to keep, with the new rules now, only really need to keep the last sort of 48, 72 hours. So that'll enable me to delete my replays much more frequently. Incidentally, guys, 22 people watching. If you haven't already, please smack the like button for this video, because it really helps. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing and hit that bell button for more like this and other videos that I will be releasing. But also, if you want to race with us, please make sure that you've downloaded the new rules, that you're aware of the changes, that you accept them by just ticking that box in the Registered Racers channel in Discord before Monday, please. I am going to be applying the new rules, and we will only be having Registered Racers from Monday. Zach Vroom, your winner, with a 152.2, some 6.485 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe. You did drop to the back, and then he was working his way through. A 151.9, the only one in the 159s, but only 3/4 tenths of a second behind Zach Vroom on the fastest lap, so never really going to be able to catch. 6.4 behind. Number 1 Pop's going well in 3rd with a 153.7 and just 10.8 seconds back. Greg White 4th, Richard Source 5th. Those two had an amazing battle through that one. I was enjoying that. Welsh Boy in 6th, Jonesy 7th, Robson in 8th, Pony Boy 9th, Ninja Pixel 10th, Mad Mikey was a DNF in that one. And I tell you what, I may well watch the replay again of that one later on, because Richard and Greg, unseen, had a monstrous battle through that. It really, really did look good. Mikey, not to be party pooper, but Zach is not allowed to spin the car on the finishing line. Absolutely, absolutely. If people are spinning on the finishing line, guys, please send through a report, and I will be issuing some warnings. It is that easy. It is that easy. That is what the new system is for. Just send those reports through, and we will educate people through warnings and things. But yeah, please, please, please don't spin on the line. Don't spin on the line. Mikey, in the GR4 race at Sardegna, just so you are aware. Cool. William says, what is up? I don't know. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Right, where are we? I can't remember what car we're in this one. Let me just double check very, very, very quickly. So Watkins Glen should be the Roadster. This one should be the Mazda Roadster. Jacoby, does it still cause yellows when spinning on the line? Yes, I believe it does. I believe it does. And even if it doesn't, I don't want people spinning on the line, because if there is somebody coming up behind and you're not aware, then it does mess things up. So, Zach says, sorry, laugh out loud. I just zoned out. It won't happen again. I am going to be more strict on the rules. And obviously, if somebody is spinning on the line, it doesn't even need to go to a community vote. It's basically, you know, you spun on the line. That's it. That is a slam dunk, I'm afraid. Obviously, the new set of rules are coming in on Monday, so I'm being a little bit lenient this week, if I'm perfectly honest, just the tiniest little bit. But as of Monday, I am coming down hard on the rules. So please, 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 guys, download them. As I said, there is a lot of rules to read. There's like 40 pages, I think, of A4, the document is. But at the back, there's a single page which gives you like our morals, the basis of what we're about. And then there's a 3-pager which goes through a rules summary, which is basically there's the article number, like the rule number, and then just a one-liner about the actual rule itself. So don't spin on the line. But in the main body of the document, it will say the article number, don't spin on the line, and then the reason why we do that. So don't spin on the line because, you know, you could spin around and somebody could hit you, or the biggest problem is it throws yellow flags for a corner or two back. And if you've got two people that are racing to the line and one is getting ready to overtake the other with slipstream or gets a better corner, well, they can't overtake if there's a yellow because they'll get a penalty. And worse, if they haven't realised there's a yellow and they do get by, or the faster car backs off and the other one goes through, which happens as well, that car gets a 3-4 second penalty, and instead of being, you know, like second, they're going to be 6th, 7th. It really does wind up a lot of people. So please, you know, as I said, there are reasons why these rules are in place, and rather than just arbitrarily making the rules, I have explained in the document, which is why it is so long. I've spent a lot of time on it, and race starting. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on it, and getting some good comments back on it, actually. It's not dissimilar from what we had before, if I'm perfectly honest. It's not dissimilar. There's nothing in there that is really out to get anybody. It's more just about respectful racing, enabling people to understand what's on, and there's a few safety items in there as well, like the running backwards on track, which is my pet hate. Some people, I'm going to say it, some people said, what is the problem with doing that in practice? You know, it's not a problem running backwards on track, etc, etc. I have pains in my hands. I have a hand injury. Other people have issues with the hands and the like. and a lot of us are on really high power direct drive wheels, and if I'm going to crash like that, I can just let go of my steering wheel, as I do. But if somebody's coming around the corner and I'm not paying attention, as it did once before, and you go head to head with somebody because you're not expecting it, it can rip the steering wheel out of your hand. And my steering wheel here has like little horns over your thumbs, and on one time it caught my hand and it absolutely ripped my wrist around, and it's aggravated my thumb injury. Let me just come out there. Yeah, it's just in here is where I've got ligament damage, I think, where I smashed it in a gate when I was gardening, and it just ripped my thumb back. This one went backwards like this, and it just jarred it. And other people, you know, there are people on podium steering wheels that are 20 Newton meters. They will break your wrist if you got those turned right up and something happens. So, like I said, when you're racing and there's a car in front of you that's spinning or you're going to crash out, the natural reaction for those of us on high power direct drive wheels is to let go of the steering wheel, as you would do in real life. But if you're not paying attention and you're not expecting the car to be coming hurtling towards you at great rate of knots, and you go head to head, it can rip that steering wheel out of your hands, and by George, does it hurt. It really does hurt. Well, I can't get through there at all in this car tonight. So again, it's just a case of safety first. Like on the Smashy Bashy, I've got a warning in the rule book about the Smashy Bashy for people on high power wheels to turn them down. I have a setting on my wheel which turns it all down, and also I go onto my round steering wheel so that I don't hook my thumbs in, and you know, I keep myself safe, as it were. Richard, how do you agree to the new rules? Very, very easy. Dive into the Discord and download the rules, check them out, make sure you're happy with them. And then there is a new Discord channel which is Registered Racers, and you go into that. You simply one checkbox. It's no more having to go online and fill in a form with a million checkboxes. It's one checkbox which says I agree and you're ready to rumble. And I'm trying to maintain a list. It might become a bit unwieldy, but I'm trying to maintain a list of registered races in that Discord channel underneath, or it may well be that I just use the checkbox, but I do want to try and keep a list underneath. But it's very, very easy to do this now. It's a lot easier than it was. I've tried to streamline it a lot. I'm going to be rubbish in this race. I really am. Matt, I got a bounce. Thanks for letting me drive with you tonight. It was a blast. Thank you very much for coming in. And Nico has gone naughty boy in capitals, so he's got Dream Elements has treated you as a naughty boy and put you in a timeout for the moment. You'll be back in a minute. Charlie, good afternoon or good evening. Yeah, as Stream Elements is saying there, email PlayStation_racer@outlook.com if you would like to race in our private, respectful lobbies. Again, you can email me and I will send you details of what is what. Right, let's have a little look. And where are we? We have got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Welsh Boy, Richard Source, Mad Max, Pony Boy, me, Robson, Zach Vroom, Hulky, Jonesy, and number one. We got 12 racers in this one. I'm going to get this one underway at 25 past. I have a funny feeling I could be going last on this one. I really, really do. And Richard, if you've got a problem with accepting the new rules and you're not sure what to do, just reach out to me in the Discord and I'll send you a link. That is not a problem. I'm doing that for a lot of people at the moment, just sending them a link to the appropriate channel. It's all fairly straightforward though. And then obviously as a registered racer, you will get access to a few extra channels that are specifically for registered racers. Nico, by the way, Mitch, you have a fan from another streamer. Another channel I watched during the day spoke very highly of your stream today. Well, that's very nice. Who was that? Who was that? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Who was that? Oh, it's always nice. There's quite a few channels that I follow, and that when they jump in here, I often ask them to shout out their channel names. RL9010, RL250. Haven't seen new people lately, so I'm not going to continue to shout out names because there'll be somebody that I'll forget. Obviously, we've got Hulky and Drat Fury and a number of you guys that are streamers as well. Sorry for coughing. And I've got absolutely no problem with people that are Gran Turismo streamers in shouting out their channel URLs in the chat. I'm not overly protective. I am overly protective of PSR, but I'm not overly protective of all of you guys sticking with me all the time. I think that choice is good, and if some people can benefit off the back of PSR, it's hard enough on YouTube at the best of times. And if we can all help each other, then that's all good in my mind. Goodness me, I'm struggling to keep this thing in a straight line. Thought it was more planted with the racing tyres, but I think it's actually easier with sports tyres on this car, if I'm perfectly honest. People behind are probably wondering what on earth I'm doing. The back end of this car is all over the shop. Very, very, very loose. Can't watch the chat. I'm dying to know who called me out, because I'd like to go and say hello and thank them. So whoever that is, if you can do play at PlayStation Racer and let me know who shouted out, I will be really, really, really grateful. But I'm struggling to see at the moment. Whoa, whoa! Caught the curb there. Whoa! What a unfortunate bounce that was. Looks like Robson went off too. Is it Sparks Theory? No way! Sparks! Oh, I'm on the grass. I will have to drop in and say thank you. Sparks is a big character in the sim racing world. Whoa. That has shocked me, and I am extremely grateful to him for the shout out. Off. That's off. That's going to be another half second. Oh no, it's a whole second. Oh my word. Don't spin off, I just find a different approach and exit that corner. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to have to remember that. That's cool. I like that. This car doesn't like these curves very much. Robson's going to come flying by me now. Oh, Robson had a penalty too, but it is going to get me into the corner. Let's not go off again. Also, I do know why I'm struggling today on some of these cars. I've set my system up to not use traction control, and as you've seen tonight, it is costing me a little bit. So I think I'm going to go back to traction control 1. It cost me a little bit in the race, the Moonshine Cup yesterday, and I think I really do want to be running with that. Too many of you said lose traction control. For me, I'm better with it. So Nico used to own a Mazda. I tell you what, Jack Kobe, his dad had a Mazda. Whoa, Robson just taking a look at the barrier there. Yeah, Jack Kobe, his dad had a Mazda as a track day car. And they invited me down to Snetterton a while ago and took me around both his dad and Jack Kobe, and it was an amazing afternoon. And those two guys were really pushing it in the Mazda, up against some up against some very quick cars on track. And yeah, going very well. I loved it. Really not leaving a lot left on the table as far as speed was concerned. It was great. Good evening, Rita. How you doing? How did you get in your races this evening? Looks like Zach might be struggling with this one after the Formula One. He was away and gone in this one. I think he's taken a lazy afternoon. Oh, I nearly followed him off there. He's out for a lazy afternoon, Sunday afternoon drive, I think. Oh no, he's still there. He's not that lazy Sunday afternoon drive. He's still there sitting there. Maybe he's had a few deliveries to do in that DHL car. We've got yellow flags flying. Oh, I hope Zach didn't overtake me under the yellows. The yellow just came up as he flew through there. Oh no, instead I get a 1 second track limit. Oh no. I can't drive this car for toffee tonight. I struggled last night, I'm struggling tonight. Robson's going to be right behind me again, so I've won. 1 second penalty for that chicane. It's not fair, I tell you. Zach taking a penalty. Looks like Robson's taking a penalty too. Nico saying a handle like go-karts. Close on the line. Oh, right. Oh, sorry for coughing. Right. I need to try and snap the mute myself, but these coughs are catching me out, and I'm not getting time. So I apologise for that. Nothing worse than listening to a streamer that's coughing all the time. Jack Kobe's just saying, Nico, they are great cars. I tell you what, they're a great car in Jack's hands and his dad's. Fantastic afternoon. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. And they both got picked up by the marshals for track limits. Really, really funny. I often tell the story because I was in the car with Jack's dad and we got pulled up on the way to go out, and then the marshal said, wait, come on, you know, no track limits, blah, 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 blah. And Jack's dad says, oh, it's not me, it was my son. He goes, no, it's the car, it doesn't matter who's driving it. So I went out with Jack later on, and then Jack got stopped for track limits. He goes, so it wasn't me, it was my dad. So they both did. It was really funny. It made me giggle. Welsh Boy was first with a 157.0 and the fastest lap. Jack Kobe in second with a 157.100. I do love it when you get a 007 or a 100 in on that. So that's amused me. And Jack Kobe says, we were pushing it. That's why. You definitely were pushing it. Greg White in third, a 157.8. Hulky in fourth. Ponyboy fifth. Number 1 sixth. Mad Max seventh. Jonesy 8th. I got 9th. Zach Vroom 10th. Robson 11th. And Richard Source 12th. And they were pushing it. There was a guy in the same garage that Jack Kobe was in, and they got a BMW. The computer was on it, and he was playing around with it. It got the suspension set. It had got, I think it got livery on it, if I remember correctly. It was I think it was either an old 3 Series or 5 Series, 3 Series, I think. And Jack was quicker than that. I think it was only things like the Ariel Atom and 1 or 2 really fast cars. Otherwise, him and his dad were right up there with the best of the best. It was brilliant. Not that they were timing themselves, of course. They wouldn't do such a thing like that. But Welsh Boy, Jack Kobe and Greg White. You're 1, 2 and a 3. But it was an amazing afternoon, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I often say thank you to Jack and his dad, and I do mean it. It was a lovely afternoon. I met his family, really nice family. They make me feel really welcome. Right, on this one, we're doing 10 laps around here. Racing soft and medium tyres are required. Racing soft and racing medium are required. I'm going to try and race this one, but if I do drop out, I'm dropping out because my head is killing me right now. I'm going to try and race it, but like I said, if I do drop out, and if I do, I will just do the I'll do the commentary. I'm going to start this one at 1:45, guys. 1:45. As you said, we were timing ourselves secretly. Nico, in real life racing, it's incredible just how quick the racers are compared to us plebs. It's all about micro adjustments to be smooth. That impressed me. And I tell you what, I mean, I was I'm reminiscing now. So you're just gonna have to live with me. But we were sitting at lunchtime. Jack's partner, hello Liliana, and Jack and his dad were sitting on the tyres. We were eating lunch, and they were just sharing some of the stories. Jack's karting days. They've done single-seaters, saloons, just you name it. The family have got racing in their blood. We talk about Kobe juice. And I can't actually remember where Kobe juice came from, as Jack Kobe loses it badly in the background there. Yeah, seriously, they have got racing in their blood. Been doing it for a lot of years, and it does show that I think that real world racers can definitely bring that to the game. Definitely bring it to the game. Number one Pop's absolutely fine to watch. No problems whatsoever. No problem. Thank you for letting me know. Right. I am going to jump into a particular car here. It is going to be the BMW Endurance model. I'm going to go with racing soft tyres initially. Let's enter the race. I'm just going to do a couple of laps. Oh, one of the things I am going to do before I do that, actually I can't do that, I'll have to do it in game. I want to change my traction control, except it won't change. Why would it not change? What? I've got a problem here. We got a problem. Let's do it in here. Assist settings. I'm just going to take it up to 1. That's working now. Stupid machine. Mr. Gone 89. Hello. Where have you gone? I need to know. You can't have a name like Mr. Gone 89 and not tell me where you've gone. Because you've gone somewhere. I need to know where. I need to know, and I need to know now. Well, Nico is talking, but unfortunately I'm on track and I need to think about what I'm doing here. I did absolutely rubbish around here last night. Not only did I choose, in my opinion, the wrong car, I got intimidated in the early part of the proceedings, and it all went a bit pear-shaped from there on. I've only got 2 minutes. In fact, I've only got 1 minute. And before I need to run through the cars. Yeah, I fell back badly in the championship yesterday in the moonshine. I was just clinging hold of third place by my fingertips, but Rita and I can't remember who it is, one of the other guys, has robbed me of it. I'm afraid. So, we've got to do a little bit better for the last couple of races, but just got to try harder. A lot of it is my racecraft. Right, I can't go any further because we're coming up for time, and I want to try and keep to the schedule. Jack Kobe is in the BMW Sprint. That's the car that he's going to be racing next Wednesday. Gone 89 is in the 911. Greg White is in the BRZ, Welsh Boy is in the BRZ, Mad Max is in the Super, Pony Boy is in the 911. I'm in the Endurance, Robson is in the BRZ, brave choice. Zach Vroom's in the Hurricane, Hulky's in the Mercedes, Jonesy's in the R8, Rita's in the Endurance, number one Pops is watching, and we have got Gone 89. I am going to go welcome, and please consider joining. Bear me a second, please. Oh, Wrong one. Consider joining PSR for more nights. Okie if Mr. Gon, if one of you guys that aren't racing, if you could just do a little bit of a one-liner on what's what about joining, that would be absolutely fantastic while I'm doing this. If anybody is... Another one prop says, if you've got fear of crashing, car failure, then no point in racing. Oh, I have a fear of crashing in the sim, let alone in real world. Number one has won 3 karting Grand Prix. Oh, number one, I'm sure you're not too old. Never too old. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on here. Nearly took Jack out there. Very, very, very close to doing that. I'm loving the people that are coming out in the BRZ since I ran it the other day. Everybody was saying it's a handful, it's difficult to race. So I did a couple of races in it. I actually quite like it as a car. So at the moment, my teammate is showing me a clean pair of heels again. First boy and Rita having a battle again. They had a battle royal yesterday. Mad Max off the track. Whoa! Just give Max some room because I completely loused that up. Very, very different to the GR4s that we've been running. Having to adjust my braking point significantly. before you get a quick dive into the pits. There's a few people on the mediums. Oh, we've lost Hulky. Oh, we lost Hulky, I wonder. Kobe's hit the front already. Didn't take him long, did it? Robson GT, thank you for becoming a channel member, my friend. I appreciate you. I would throw you up a beer, but I can't. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that's a channel member. He reminds me, I did get a note the other day from somebody, and I meant to say on the stream. Somebody said that YouTube is now doing live streams that you can lock down to be only viewable by channel members, so it's a way of rewarding your channel members, which is lovely to reward all of your channel members. I will agree, but I refuse to go that route. I am of the opinion that I do not want Hulky's lost the connection, that's a shame. Thanks for letting me know, Hulky. I refuse to encourage any of you to pay to race with me or watch any of my content. If you want to be a member, that is entirely up to you. It's greatly appreciated, but it's not mandatory, and I do not want to start producing content that is hidden away. Whether that will change in the future when I retire and I go full-time, I don't know, but for now I'm absolutely refusing to go that route. I know YouTube won't like that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, a few people have asked whether I've got any plans to do that. Answer is no. So please don't worry. Try and learn to defend. Rita is the queen of defending. I've learned in recent weeks. I need to learn the same. Jack Kobe with a 122.1. My best is a 124.2. Just shows how far off the pace I am here at the moment. Yeah, Kobe said the other day, I've just got to be a little bit more gentle on the controls. I'm tending to race this like it's a GR4 car, as in off and on the power very, very aggressively, and just need to be just a little bit more respectful of the car. Reading a book about racing in general. Author talks about squeezing the pedals as if you've got a fruit underneath them and you're squeezing the fruit. It's like squeeze on and ease off, rather than just jumping on the pedals so you lock the tyres up or spin the tyres. And Rita's coming right back at me already. The lady that said to me that she would be rubbish around Leguna Seca and then put it on the podium yesterday to jump me in the championship And already today she's all over me around this track too. Loving watching everybody's progress, and especially Rita's during our practice sessions around here. It's been amazing to watch, and I do love it when I jump into sessions with you guys, especially of you that are saying, oh, I'm rubbish at this and I'm rubbish at that. You get quicker and quicker and quicker, and just love it. I just wish I could get equally as quick and learn as quick as you guys do. I used to run around with Hulky. He's now away in the GR3s, miles further ahead than I am. Okay, that's not a problem. Thank you for the explanation, my friend. I appreciate that. Are you going to let Rita host again next week if you've still got issues? Rita's been hosting Hulky while he's been away. It's been great. The GT Championship. Oh, we got a car spinning out there. That's Pony Boy. Thankfully he was ghosted. Otherwise that would have been a bit of an interesting rejoin there just as I was coming through. You do say in the rules, don't rage quit. But people do have technical issues. And it's just, you know, when something does happen, there's nothing you can do about it. Just let us know in the chat, and then at least everybody knows where we're at. We know that it's not a rage quit. We know that it's something more than that. And everything will get smoothed over. Right, let's go on to those mandatory tyres. No need to fuel. Done it a lap earlier than maybe I should have done, just because I want to get in while I can. Nico says, I think with these cars you can gentle lift before braking and accelerate through the corner a bit more. Yeah, that's exactly what Jack Kobe was saying, just be a little bit more gentle. So gentle lift before braking and then accelerate through the corner more than I am. So I've noticed watching some of the replays of the quick guys, I do not get onto the throttle quick enough. One of the reasons I don't get on the throttle quick enough, and it's all up here, is I used to spin the GT3 cars all of the time, and I've stopped spinning them all the time, and literally it'd be like 4 or 5 times a race, so like every other lap. So I've gone beyond that now, and what I'm now trying to do is I am just trying to speed up a little bit. As you can see there, almost went round when I tried to get the power down quicker. So I'm just a little bit more respectful. Got cold medium tyres on at the moment. Roadster's in. Gon's in. Guys are all ditching their soft tyres. Everybody is remembering to pit. Bring this round for one last one. Oh no, gone really too deep there. That's going to let Rita get into my slipstream, I think. We're going to have to go super defensive. We are, if we keep on doing this. We've got no braking in this car at the moment. It's really slippery. It's so different to the soft tyres at this stage. Oh, I think Rita's found the same problem. This, I don't know, she's on the medium tyres too, but this is like night and day. It really is slippery through some of these corners. Pink Senna, good evening, how you doing? Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. I hope you're well. Oh, so Rita was going really, really well, and she's just binned it, and that's let Welsh Boy through. A repeat of last night. She was going brilliantly, and then one sausage curb last night cost her not only the win, but I think it cost her second place as well. Oh, sorry. Ow, ow. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Jack Kobe saying that Zach and Jack was close. Oh, Zach's beaten Jack Kobe. Oh. That is the last one for tonight, I'm afraid, guys. I've really got to have an early night tonight. I am feeling completely done in right now, so that will be us. Done and done. Oh, Pink Senna retracted a statement. Oh, I thought that he'd been timed out by, think, oh, 7 places raised. That was a bit crazy at the beginning of that race. If I'm honest, I did go down the outside to try and just stay away from all of the trouble, and got away with it for most. So pleased that I've managed to gain that many places. Rita says, "Don't tell the word my failures." Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pink Senna says, "Pleasure to meet you now." Ah, pleasure to meet you too. And Robson GT, always enjoyed your races. I'm just going to go, please remember the new rules and requirement to register before Monday. I don't need to do 2 pleases. And Pink Senna's just going to let him introduce himself. Well, that'd be nice. Tell us a little bit about yourself. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And a big apology to Rita for highlighting the fact that she threw it off the track and across the gravel, making sandcastles the size of Windsor Castle. I saw it. It was monumental. I mean, it was big enough for a king and queen to live in. Beautifully done and built in a nanosecond. It was great. I really wish I could build sandcastles that quickly. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Your result, Zach Vroom, 121.999. Look at that, a 999 at the end. I like that too. Zach Vroom making my day with the fastest lap. Jack Kobe in second with a 122.1. I think Zach was the only one with a 121.999. So Hurricane looks like that could be a car to watch next week. Greg White in the BRZ going really, really well in third with a 122.7. Gone 89, one of our new racers tonight. Thank you for racing with us. In fourth, I got fifth. Welsh Boy getting past Rita in sixth. Mad Max in seventh. Pony Boy in eighth. Robson in ninth. My teammate in 10th. Oh no, we've got work to do. We've got work to do. Oh, I'm loving this because she's trouncing me at the moment. In the GR4, she's leaving me for dust. And the GR3, she's been ahead of me in every single race. So forgive me, but I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. And Jonesy in 11th. And Hulky with a technical issue there. He DNF'd. But your top 3, Zach Vroom, Jack Covey and Greg White. And I apologise to Rita for the Mickey taking. And I apologise to all the Mickey taking I take out of any of you. I dish it out. I can take it as well. You can take the Mickey out of me, all you guys like. But that is it. Thank you ever so much, everybody. We've only got Zach Vroom in the room right now, so I'm just going to come out of there. Thank you so much, everybody, for racing with me this evening. I really appreciate it. And oh, Pink Senna says we can call him Senna. Senna, one of my heroes from back in the day, one of the all-time greats. And Pink Senna said, oh yeah, and yeah, just everybody saying great racing and enjoyed it, and yeah, I enjoyed it too. Forgive my voice, forgive the cough. Hopefully these meds will kick in and sort this problem out. I've had this cough for over a year now, I'm not going to lie, it's got Joe and I a bit worried, but did take a trip to the doctors yesterday. I'm on some new meds, and hopefully over the next couple of days it will settle down. Tomorrow night we'll be back with some more randomizer races. Yes, all of those tonight were from the randomizer. Go on, give me the... Oh, I don't want that. I wanted the money. Recommended retail price 500,000 for a Bugatti body, but I don't need to swap the body. I don't need to swap the body, but there we go. Oh, I don't think I shared it. No, I think I did. I think I shared it. I think I did share it. Pretty sure I shared it. I hope I did. My brain's gone. My brain's gone. Did I even save it? Let's have a look. If I saved it, then I shared it. Oh, let me hope. Hopefully I did. Yeah, WeatherTech. So it is. I'll reshare it just in case. Let me just reshare it whilst I am here, because my head is all over the place. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that has raced this evening. Thank you so much. Really, really enjoyed it. And Pink Senna says, that's real name, of course, Jack Kobe. Of course. And Mitch, I think your lobby is joined in everyone. I'm not quite sure what that means. I think that means I think your lobby is enjoyed by everyone. I think. I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to read it that way because I hope that you all enjoy our lobbies. We've been through a bit of a tough time over the last few days. All of that's behind us, and hopefully, if I can just get my head sorted out, get back in the game, and get back to, I would like to say, winning ways, but I'm not quite that good. But tomorrow night we're going to be doing more randomized races using the PSR Randomiser, bit of software for those of you that don't know that I've written, where people could submit combos, so race cars and tracks, tire and fuel, time of day, all those race parameters. I can submit them to me. They go into a database, and then every day I pick 4 or 5 at random from that. Well, I don't pick them, the software picks them, and then those are the races that we are running. So if you have got a favorite combo that you really like, or a favorite combo that you've come across in somebody else's lobby or a daily race, or just something you've stumbled across yourself, then please drop me the details in the Discord. And what we normally do is we'll run that race, and if everybody likes it and I get a load of thumbs up, then we drop them in. Like last night, we did the Mazdas around somewhere and it was really good, and I can't remember, but that's gone in there. Put that one in there this morning. So yeah, we're doing randomizer tomorrow, and then Friday we're going to be with Rita in her lobby, and we are doing a league versus league race. It's going to be PSR going to take on TCSRL. Rita has got 7 of her best racers that are teaming up with her. I've got 7 of my best racers that have already teamed up with me. If you're interested in racing, then please register in the Discord, or if you are part of TCSRL, please reach out to Rita. As I said, all the places have gone, but we will be looking for registered reserve drivers. I don't think I've got any reserve drivers on my list at the moment. But that is it for tonight. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for hitting that bell button. Just thank you for being absolutely wonderful, a lot of you, and have a great day, morning, night, evening, day, morning, night, evening, afternoon. That was the one I missed. And I'll see you tomorrow back here at 9 o'clock. Take care. Bye bye.